everybody, it's Cinnamon Cooney. Welcome to the live show, and if you're coming in on the replay, hi, how are you doing? I realize not everyone can be here live in the middle of the day, but to everybody who is, oh my gosh, thank you guys for showing up. We're going to be painting the winter birch. We are back in the birches again, guys. Are you checking this out? We're going to be doing this really quickly. I'm going to be showing you everything you need to do this incredibly easy painting. This is a really ridiculously easy, fun painting, and I think you guys are going to be like, I'm going to birch it all up at the end of this. To do this painting, there are material lists in the description, including a link to the finished painting, and my recommendation is if you can print it out, or you can have it up on a screen somewhere while you're painting. That always helps you during the painting process. And today we're painting an acrylic paint, pushing the button and being brave over on the live control center, which if you guys ever saw it, you would laugh hysterically. It's so big. It's like NASA over at the other end of the studio. Is my husband John controlling the stream, as if the stream could ever be controlled.
No, I think we just sort of surf the stream.
Yeah. Surf, yeah, and a lot of times I get curled and run up the beach is what happens to me on the stream. I hope we have a bunch of people here today.
Gosh, we do. We have a whole whack of people out here in the room just asking all sorts of questions. So we did have for those who are tuning in live, we added a little intro in there to help sort of get everyone buffered in, and those viewing afterwards. That's what that long
hey,
intro is all about.
My painting seems like it's at a weird angle to the camera.
Are you
seeing this?
I am. I'm going to come over and touch that real quick.
I feel like it's been... I don't know what's happened here. I feel like something has happened. Okay, here. Sorry, guys, live. Live, and we notice easels, weird angle. Everything has a little glitter on it. Oh, that's a little bit better, yeah. And we're going to get this adjusted because we want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing really easily and have it be simple and fun and not a problem. And so we've got an up-close camera. We have this angle camera if you're here for the first time.
Oh, here, up-close camera?
Yeah, you'll notice
Palette
that
camera.
my 16 by 20 canvas, I think it's, well, my 16 by 20 canvas here is still in its hermetically sealed packaging of this canvas will not catch a cold. I'll tell you what. This is the first challenge of painting is I use a palette knife to open these, which just kills my mother because she's like, you should be using the palette knives for painting. And I'm going to open this up. I got to tell you, if you haven't bought a 5-pack of canvases from Michael's, you really haven't experienced that new canvas smell, which is kind of like new car smell, but not as healthy smelling. They should scent these things because, woo! I've got a sippy sippy.
Oh, yeah. What do you say? Oh, you have a cool... Wow, that's a pretty sippy sippy.
Oh, it is. And now here's the thing. This is not sponsored. I'm just telling you this. Kim sent this to us and was like, I guess the last package the post office didn't mess with. And this really keeps my coffee warm. If you see these, you should get these. This coffee cup is bananas, though it is hard to drink out of a square. I don't care, though. I'm going to do it.
It's okay.
Paint palette. Can we show them?
Oh, yes.
Would you like to know what paint?
I can push that button.
This is the simplest palette I think I've done on the channel yet. It's titanium white, phthalo blue, cad yellow, and then I've got Mars black over here with another titanium white. Couple things I want to tell you about the paint. So here's the cad yellow medium. You can save money by buying hue, and then they also are very concerned that if you eat it or breathe it, it could cause cancer. So don't eat or breathe paint. But in general, I think that you shouldn't eat or breathe paint.
Just generally a bad idea.
Just generally a bad idea. No risk at all for just touching, unless you have an allergy to cadmium. Polyethylene blue. Some of the tubes, I paint a really good Liquitex heavy body paint. And Liquitex and Golden and some of the pro brands will go green shade, red shade. These are the only ones that do that to you. So when you see that, all you got to worry about is green shade. If it just says phthalo blue or phthaloethicane blue, it is green shade. And on the black, it doesn't really matter if it's Mars black or carbon black or bone black that much. Not for the purposes of this painting at all. And you could totally do this with craft paint.
Cool.
Yeah. We have wishes to do, don't we?
We have so much awesome community stuff going on. We have wishes and some congratulations and some thank yous.
All right,
I'll let you just go.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I know Kim is getting married.
Yes.
And so we want to congratulate Kim.
On a boat.
She's getting married on a cruise. Which
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
10-day cruise.
Love cruising, so I totally approve of this wedding.
4 islands. She's picking out her awesome dress now. Like, yeah. It's happening.
Congratulations, Kim. We're really happy for you. We have somebody getting into college.
We do. I just have to scroll
Was that
back
Chelsea?
up. I think it was Chelsea. I think that's how you say her name. Chelsea. There's an E and an A at the end, which confuses me, so I apologize.
Yeah, John. Just so you guys know, before we spool up live, John is reading. Not that we're stalking you guys, but John is reading the comments, going, "Hey, this happened to Mona," or "Hey, this is going on with Hijinks." So we kind of know what's going on with you. And we have somebody. I think Jenny just came and joined us in the chat today, and I got to chat with her. So hi, Jenny. It's good to see you there. If you're very first time here, this is not like any other live on YouTube. It's friendly, happy, and upbeat, and chatty, and we answer, and everybody answers each other, and it's a very positive space. We have really excellent moderators. I want to thank my moderators for keeping the nonsense, Twitch sense, nonsense, craziness. Yeah. Oh man, I've been to some other live chats and just thought, oh, so rude. But ours are like incredible, and they come back and like, we have the best chats. We do this thing called wishes. We like to put wishes into a canvas. It's a thing that artists do. It's a thing that art journalers do. I recommend that you have wishes. You put them into your canvases at home. It really does help you feel better. And at the end of the day, painting's real purpose is to help us feel better. It's not actually to get into a gallery or hang in a museum. That's just a thing that painting can also do. But for the purposes of us being human beings, we just like to draw on rocks. We just have to pictorially represent how we feel because it's a wonderful way to do that. And so, wishing on your canvas.
Yes.
What are our wishes today?
So, Rich wanted to put a wish to I believe it says my baby daughter, who is in the hospital and the recovery. So,
all right. We're going to wish that his baby daughter has a very quick and easy recovery.
Yes, and my screen, of course, just refreshed, and I lost all the ones that I was saving.
Oh, no.
We have a wish for to stay well and mentally healthy over the holidays and next 6 months, as I can go back to get my psych degree.
Well,
So,
Janie
is needing some mental health and well wishes as she's pursuing her second psych degree, or second semester as psych.
Because it's your second semester of psych will make you go crazy.
Yes, so you guys have to bear with me as I'm reading these on the fly, so I'm not as articulate as I would like to be. Oh gosh, it did it again. A wish for a happy and healthy new year is coming in.
I bet we have some wishes for I again and again I read from community members that they're going through pain. So we're going to wish for well-being and relief from pain.
Yeah, I see a couple of those here scrolling by, and one secretive wish, but a wish for good news on a personal project.
All right, good news on a personal project. We don't need to know the name.
We don't need to know.
We actually don't need to know for it to work, weirdly.
Nope. We're sending you good wishes and good news on a personal project. You know who you are. And those of you who tuned in our live chat stream know who we're talking about.
By the way, I fully think the wishes apply for the replay, too. Like, if somebody's needing relief from pain and they hear that wish, I think that they get some of that good, sparkly energy.
I think it's about where you put your mental energy. So
it's really hard to stay upbeat and positive, and honestly, the mental state you're in is about the only thing on the planet you have control over, and it's like everything here tries to like take it from you, and then painting is one of those great reset buttons where you're like, I'm so freaking out, and then you can paint and feel better, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, and
boy, wow!
There's some jokes happening. The words I just
eluding you
this
today.
This is why we took the chat away from you. We're gonna put one more wish in there. We're gonna wish for the completion of projects that have not been able to be. To
crafters everywhere, I wish that you were able to complete all your projects in the queue. You know what I mean? Sewing is like this, where you buy fabric for something that you're going to sew. Mm-hmm. and then you don't sew it, and then the fabric just sits there, and then you have a fabric hoard. That's how that happens. Or you have a project hoard. Really wish that for Miss Maricha.
And we have
but Mona has come out. By the way, I wish for Mona having her creativity back. She has been painting, if you guys have been following. And we have been blown away.
We really have. I've been so... thank you so much for coming and helping us out with the music and being willing to do all that stuff, Mona. Thank you so much. And I have a wish for Rhea up here.
Oh, hi, Rhea.
That I want to get in here. That it just keeps snapping by me. So I'm gonna we're gonna have to sneak it in a little bit later because I know we can't stay here for long. We'll let you go ahead and start.
Okay. All right. And
as soon as I can get back to it,
I will save this space right here for Rhea. When you find it, you tell me, and I'll just quick write it in because we want Rhea to have her wish.
Yeah.
So I paint acrylic brushes. And John's like, I'm going to let John recover his words. Usually he's super funny and super sarcastic.
They're all over the floor over here. I'll pick them up in a moment.
The what? Your sarcasms or your words?
Both.
Oh, dear, sweetie. It's just, all right. This is a Creative Mark by Ebony Splendor. No, this Creative Mark, Ebony Splendor is the brand. They also make Pro Stroke. They make Power Curl. They make a lot of brushes that I buy. I just like Creative Mark. And Jerry's Artarama runs crazy sales all the time, so I can buy them at economic prices. Simply Simmons I enjoy too, and there's an Artist Loft Essentials one with the clear handles. Necessities. Artist Loft Necessities. So right now, currently in my life, these are the brushes that I'm enjoying their performance, that they sort of hold. We're going to be painting with a filbert. This is a number 20 filbert. I like to say it's a 1-inch because the paint companies don't have a unifying set of measurements. No, we definitely verified that. They definitely don't, that they should. Some of them do use millimeters as a way to express the sizes, and then some, for some unknown reason, don't. So, that big. But number 20 if you get a Creative Mark, and I really recommend. I'm going to wet my brush because acrylic paint is a water-based paint and can take up to a 30% mixture. And you're going to notice that I put out very little yellow, and that's because I don't need like a whole lot. For this particular project, I may need a little more than I put out. I'm going to just take a small amount of yellow and come over to my white. You can see it takes almost no yellow at all to tint the white. And I'm going to come in this upper right corner, and I'm just going to make a circle. Sometimes I'll even give you guys like very specific measurements, but I'm just telling you right now. You know, about a half a hand, about a hand, somewhere in there, anywhere in there is fine. We're just creating a sun over here. And we want it in this upper kind of right thirds. If you were saying the rule of thirds, it's actually in the upper third, interestingly enough. If that were interesting to you. Why would that be interesting to you? I don't know. I actually very much like, these rules of art. I picked up a little more yellow and I'm blending it in here. Right? Now, I'm going to start making my fun, wonderful color. I take a little yellow over to my blue, and I make a really delicious blue-green. And I add a lot of white to it. And I'm going to come around this outside edge while my yellow is still wet. And my little trick is that I'm going to be... Is my up-close cam good on that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be using this light pressure and just sort of feathering my little edge here, and it gives me a wonderful, wonderful blend. So when the paint is wet and when you have a brush that you can dust softly with, you can get beautiful blended edges. When it's dry, then you've got a dry brush, and you can get a blend, but it's a different kind of blend. And I'm just painting around. These are rounded strokes. This is all this is. Pretty much I find mostly everyone has an easy time. Is it in my nose? Is it in my... We want happy sound. Because if you got to listen to me talk, boy, you would really hope the sound isn't... I feel so bad. Like I feel like I've got to redo those videos where the sound was bad.
Man, I wish I could. I wish I could just go back and just be like, I now know how to fix it.
Well, I have a mind to redo them,
Yeah, it'd be fun.
All right. So I have mixed a darker color here. I've used a little more blue in that mixture and a little less white, and that darkens the shade. And if you feel like it got too dark, add just a little more white because you want this to be in gradations going out. Now, you could absolutely, if you had the Southern Ocean Blue and the Australian Sienna that I like to paint with so much from Matisse, you could just use those two colors in white and have like an insanely cool sky. And if you have them in your kit, I would recommend doing this with those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It will look sharp. See, I got a little too close there?
No, I didn't see.
Yeah. So I got a little too close here.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So I'm going to come with a little white. It's okay.
Because the sun actually has a brighter part and a less brighter part, too.
Are we going to learn star science?
Well, no, I mean, it's just sort of like, when you're looking at it, you're looking at the thickest hot part, and as it fades around the corner, you're less of the light's being directed towards you, so it fades.
So now we're educational too. So we actually belong in the educational sector of YouTube.
I guess so. I mean,
we're not like that cool magic science trick guy that does those cool disappearing marbles and stuff. Look, science! I made ice by whacking a water bottle. Dude, I'll watch that all day. That's better than anything on TV. Now, I'm going to get another brush about the same size.
Yep.
You could just clean your brush really, really well, but for the purposes of me doing this, I'm going to come back and just get my white and yellow going again a little bit. And I want to come back into this with that while it's still wet.
Oh.
Right? And do some blendy stuff here. Like you do. Just be blending it out. Because I want a really, really, really gorgeous little radiated out space. If you were doing this decoratively for your house, this would be spectacular big. This painting, 4860, sometimes the simpler paintings look better bigger.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And so you would definitely want to take advantage of that and go for it. And just make sure I've got this here. So you can kind of see how I'm getting that while the paint is wet. And that's just something you can do while the paint is wet. Have fun with it. Fiddle with it. What happens if you paint it all out? Guess what? When it dries, you can do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to worry about that. That's what's really cool. You don't even have to worry about it. If you just this can happen to an artist. You get to painting something and you get in this sort of weird zone, this crazy mental zone.
Yep.
And you're like, I just painted out exactly what I was trying to paint in. What the heck happened? That's what that is. And you just let this paint dry. You can come back later. No trouble.
And I have to let all of our live viewers know, and, the viewers who are watching this post, that little funny black screen that popped up was my accidentally pushing the wrong button. It wasn't the stream going crazy. So, I think our stream it's been holding pretty good.
We're not winning any Webbies.
Yeah, no, but the technology is holding up. So
we're happy with that.
We seem to be doing well, and I'm pretty pleased with it all.
So as I'm going, I'm just looking for slightly darker colors.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You have to adjust your close-up camera.
I do?
Or at least zoom it out a little. I don't know. I guess just pull it down a little.
Just down, or we could zoom out a little bit because I think we're really seeing it. I think we're seeing. You got to just see me going around. I can't wait till we upgrade that camera so it has the good picture too. We so appreciate the support, the people who've bought art to help us grow the studio, and we really appreciate the people who have sent happy mail to keep our spirits up. The Happy Heart mail is awesome. I know some of you have had some trials and tribulations with it, but we fixed that. We changed. We broke up with the USPS and went with the UPS.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
new box.
New box.
And we're gonna send a little love to a little brush.
We are. Oh, I love Little Brush Love.
Janie's Millie. She was having a little hard time earlier. She's 9 years old. So we're just gonna send her a little a little Sherpa community love. Little shout out to that little brush.
This is Millie.
Yeah, Millie.
Hi, Millie. I hope you're doing really good. Listen, it's going to be okay. You know, one of the great things you could do is you could draw a picture all about it, and you will feel better. I used to do that all the time when I was a kid. When I was going through a hard time, I would put it into my art.
Yep.
And it always made me feel better. And I hope you feel better really soon, too.
Indeed.
You know, we forget that it's as hard to be 9 as it is to be 35.
I think it's like sometimes harder because like you're disempowered as a 9-year-old.
Yeah, you can't just go on vacation if it all gets to be a little too much.
Yeah. It's much harder to be centered in that, who you are as a 9-year-old.
Yeah, know you're awesome no matter what. I think it's really hard to just know you're awesome. I know my daughter, she it's interesting how she would listen to the person that she was having struggles with more than even her friends or herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the hardest thing to learn growing up, is to learn to listen to yourself and tune out the people who have the negativity. You get, that's the nice thing though. As you get older, it gets easier.
Oh yeah, it certainly does. Man, we've had such a wonderful community out here with us. I think a lot of people are joining us on our lunch break. Lindsay was saying that
Lindsay!
She was really happy that this fell on her lunch break because she was able to jump in again today.
I'll tell you what, Lindsay's lunch break has got to be short. She makes a lot of videos. I am going crazy making 3 a week and trying to design for those.
Yeah.
And she makes a Bananas Fresh project every day.
I just don't know how.
Every day. It's just as a person who creates a lot, I totally respect it. She and I have a collaboration coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we do. We have Craftsmas.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Craftsmas. Yeah, there's a playlist on her YouTube channel of all the great Craftsmas projects.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can check out what everyone else has been doing. There has been some really good, you could be if you were on a budget, go hit Lindsay's channel, just make all the projects and give those.
Yes.
That is the way to go. 'Cause she, got some amazing creators.
Yeah.
And what?
There's quite a store of projects there, too. Some 1,200 videos.
1,600, you keep forgetting.
Just, there's... How could you do... Just so many.
So many.
I mean, and, I thought... I was doing pretty good. I felt pretty impressive. Hey, I've got some editing chops now. I've edited 50 videos or something like that. And then there's Lindsay. Wow.
You know who else is like that? Is Secret Soda, man. She gets one up every.
Just crushes it with those.
I think she said something I have 6 months in the queue. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I was very impressive. So
it just is.
If you
the daily creators are really impressive. I am just going deeper and deeper into my blue and just not adding the yellow now, and just scotches of white, smidges, small amount, and then as I get going on, I'm just going to get more and more blue.
Gotcha. So Lindsay it was just over 1,200 videos.
1,200.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,200.
It's just still a lot.
Staggering.
It's just a lot of video. I'm like, I got over 100. It's just there's some of them out there. There's some people sharing their creativity.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm no throwing any shade to the vloggers, but sit in your room and turn on the camera. Unless you've got something really going on, like Bunny Meyer or some of the really creative vloggers that are really putting a lot of heart into it. But when somebody is sharing art projects with you daily, that you don't know the background story to me painting these birch trees. John does. He had to take me out of the house and take me out for a sippy because I was trying to paint this other painting and it was not gelling, guys. It wasn't gelling.
You needed a break.
It was not gelling like a felon, I'll tell you that right now. And I was in here getting more disgruntled. John's like, he's approaching me cautiously because I'm painting angry.
Oh yeah.
He's like, how you doing? I'm fine. I gotta paint this. It's gonna do what I ask it to do, but it's not doing it right now. And he's like, you need to go eat some food. There's no food. So
she was getting hangry.
I was getting hangry.
can't paint hangry.
You can't paint hangry. Don't paint hangry. But you can definitely, this is an interesting thing, you can definitely paint angry. It's very cathartic. And I got back from lunch, and I just, honestly, the painting that I was angry at is under those birch paintings. I just said, you know what? I will address you at another time. You're going to be something else. And I just found an idea that made me happy, and I thought it'd be fun. We could revisit birches with snow. Saw some video with birches with snow, and I thought, well, that looks calm. I'll do that. So, down to the wire is my point.
So I'm trying to catch up. There's there's a lot of really interesting chat going on out here that I wanted to sort of report back on, but I'm having to read up on what's actually going on. So Lindsay has a holiday decorating hacks for the HGMM channel, and a Mod Podge one coming up, and I think tomorrow's Craftsmas video. So she's working on 3 videos right now. Right now? Yeah, she's editing 3 of them. So there's a Mod Podge one coming up, decorating hacks, and a Craftsmas video. Wow. See, go Lindsay. So, and I think that I saw there's some the CAC is here in the house with us. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, John. You know what I forgot to do? I do. This is part of the Creative Arts Collaboration hashtag event, Love Winter Art. If you look in my iCard, which is right here, which on my own, I'm supposed to say in the first 2 minutes of the video, I'm going to be annotating. You will see a complete playlist of all the amazing creative projects that have been created by the members of the CAC. They're all themed to winter art or winter crafts. It's right there. It's also in the description everywhere. It's hashtag Love Winter Art. If you put it anywhere in the search bar, you're going to get like some amazing videos, and they're really good videos. And I apologize, CAC. That literally goes against my own thing about like do it in the first 2 minutes. Oh no, I'm freaking out. Does the CAC forgive me? I think they'll probably give you a pass this time. Oh my goodness, that's not good form right there. We can add some iCards. We're going to annotate, and I mean it's already iCarded. Oh well, I iCarded and put it in the description and had it in the title, but you got to explain, otherwise people are like, "What's with this Love Winter Art thing?" And that's what it is. I don't know if there's maybe Maricha will have some way I can fix it. I don't know how to fix it. Because it's live. Like when I do this, when we're like filming and editing, I go, don't, and then I just refilm. We just edit. Yeah. We put the explanation in there, but when you mess it up live, so that's a lesson. You know what I should have done is had notes. It's okay. Well, what we can do is we'll give a lovely gratuitous plug to our CSC members, and all of you guys are like, Mona included. We encourage you to come out, sign up, and see Cinnamon, look on the screen. We're gonna go. Love the CAC. Oh. There we go. We'll get a little plug in there. Creative Arts Collaboration. Definitely. If you are a viewer, an art lover and viewer, there's a fan page on Facebook, so you can come be kind of up on whatever's happening with Creative Arts Collaboration, hear about themes early, maybe even make suggestions. If you make YouTube videos, we're your place to hang out because we're artists and we're crafters. You have to be an art and craft video maker. Mm-hmm. Not that we don't love all of our other YouTube makers, but it's for arts and crafts because we have a specific set of challenges. So are you using a pure blue there? I am using, back to here it went pure blue. So that was just pure, you're just using pure blue, okay. Yeah. So as I went back, and now I'm going and making sure I've got a nice blend and a nice halo. And going back and remixing some of my blends. Like you do. Oh yeah. Well, while you're painting in there, we'll remind everyone that even as viewers, definitely go tune into the CAC because there's a lot of curated stuff for you guys to check out. So you can go out there and see the hashtag events, and there are literally just hours of videos and projects. Yeah, it just whatever you dream, man. Yeah, so. Definitely go check that out. It's a great way of finding other great YouTube creators that are interested in doing the same stuff. And you might find somebody at the beginning of their journey before YouTube's even willing to show them to you. Yeah.
that you're like, wow, I love what this person is making. And some of our own community members from Heart Party have become CAC members. Like they become, like Mark.
Oh yeah.
We got Art Exploration with Mark, and Stephanie Bergeron now has a channel, and she's doing her first hashtag event.
Yeah, and Maricha, who really is
Maricha,
she is the Atlas beneath the CAC.
she really is.
She's out there, and she really makes sure that she helps engage the CAC community. She's out there all the time.
And her and Secret Soto and I think Audie and Mark have a really bananas cool mid-century modern craft project that is I can't even. They convert stuff into like vignettes of winteriness from mid-century modern design sensibility. Or that's Maricha's is mid-century modern, and they each take their tune on it, but they're making those little kind of apothecary vignettes, but like from the dollar store.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and just want to make sure we say thanks and appreciative for Secrets out there recruiting everyone, and I know that I
woo, just really lost my mind there. Sorry.
Why are you losing your mind? Looking to paint? Or
yeah, I'm looking at the paint. This
has
has got to dry. Do you want to turn me off so I can hair dry it?
I can turn you down for a moment. Sure, hold on.
Turn me down. John's going to talk to you.
What's amazing is that you can probably hair dry it, and it's just we can still hear you just fine.
Really?
Yeah. It's
like
just
right now.
Like right now, it's just a little bit in the background. That new mic's pretty awesome.
This is incredible.
Yeah, I mean it's annoying, but as a way to test with our live audience that we're just going to do hair dryers, and you're not going to leave me here abandoned to like flounder alone with our community. I'm going to turn it down because it is annoying. It's awfully loud, but not as loud as it used to be when she had her mic on, which was just crushingly loud. Okay.
Ooh, I have a tip here.
I
have a tip here. So I'm painting with professional paints, heavy-bodied paints like Liquitex, Golden, Matisse, this level of paint. If you're painting a craft paint, what can happen is what's called color shift, which is the paint looks one color wet and it darkens on you a lot as it dries. And one thing that can accelerate that darkening, I've learned, is hair drying, heat and air.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. So sometimes you guys will send me paintings, you're like, I don't know what happened here. And I'm like, oh, craft paint. So there's some with gold tops. I've got a paint review, and if they have the gold tops or they're specific, each of the companies makes a paint that's more for acrylic painting, for color mixing, to prevent color shift, a little more archival in the pigments, a little more true in the pigments. The brands have them, so just look for that if you're trying to paint with it, because the stuff that paints your wood birdhouse isn't necessarily your ideal for this type of painting. Mm-hmm. But those lines all have, like folk art has a line for painting. So they have them, you just got to look. Gold caps on the folk art one.
Now, quick question. Are you using a gloss paint or a matte paint?
There isn't a gloss or a matte unless I do an additive. So all acrylic paint will dry like this. It'll look wet when it's, it'll look shiny when it's wet. It'll look flat when it's dry. Now I can add a medium to it to gloss it up. I can add a glazy medium or a gloss medium, and that will actually increase the gloss finish of my paint. But in general, I affect the finish of my painting at the end with varnish, which comes in gloss, matte, or satin, in a spray or brush on. Varnishing is a very tense thing. I've got a video. My mom's got a video. There's a bunch of videos out there. Watch like 10 of them. Kind of get a sense of what you think you're into, and definitely follow the manufacturer's instructions on the varnish, because it's really, you have to varnish your paintings because they're porous and they attract dust, and that's how acrylic paint is. But you just want to, it's not actually hard to varnish, but stuff can happen to you during varnishing that will make you very unhappy. We should
pick a brush out. What brush are you picking out?
I'm going to pick out this 12 Filbert.
You do it in a lower camera?
Lower camera.
There you go.
So there you go. There you go.
What paint are we picking?
I'm going to get my brush wet.
Could you tip the, see those brushes? Look at the little brushes. They're in the way of the yellow paint. If you could just roll them out of the way. Thank you.
See, I wouldn't have noticed that. The old way, we wouldn't have noticed that the whole time.
See, it's like now I have to watch and look for everything.
So I'm making
So
a
funny.
mid-tone gray. If you imagine that there are 10 shades of gray, not 50, but 10. Sorry, I'm never going to stop making that joke. That's your guys are going to be here 10 years later going, please stop. We're
Just
over
stop
it.
it.
But I won't be able to.
It'll be
And I'm
part of
trying to make kind of a middle shade. And that way I can make something, lighter and something darker, and it's a nice way to do that. So I'm going to get that middle shade that I'm happy with, and for some reason I'm really enjoying making it. Here's the rule about trees. Trees are fatter at the bottom and get skinnier at the top. Branches coming off trees must be smaller than the trunk that they're attached to. Now, yes, there's a whole bunch of trees around the world that, just to be complete butts to us, break this rule. But for sure, birches follow it. So we're going to bottom. I don't know. Well, SpongeBob said it, so I'm probably okay.
Okay.
If SpongeBob said it, I'm all right.
So there's a question that came in on varnish.
Yes.
There was one of our community had a drip in the varnish. Is there anything you can do to, once that's dried? Keep painting. It's okay.
No, that one's I got to think about that one.
Okay.
I'm going to say, and go to Golden's website to check this. So here's what I believe that you could do. You could take a very fine grit sandpaper and carefully sand that little spot down and revarnish. But check that. It would have to be fine grit because the grit would be making scratches in the varnish.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have to go revarnish it to get a smooth surface again and have the old varnish seal into the first varnish. And I'm assuming we're all talking about acrylic here.
Now,
I'm going to come over here a couple inches from the left.
I'm going to get close up on there.
I'm going to come down and do this. You really want to see me do the whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to, on the tip of my brush, I'm going to grow a tree. My tree is not straight. He's kind of crookedy. Stuff has happened in the forest. And I just take him off the page. This is my tree. This is what he did. I know, I'm in charge.
I'm just laughing because there's a question of would it be impolite to ask the Sherpa to pause for a 1-minute break so we can go for a coffee break?
You can pause me.
We're all live. I guess we do have pause, rewind, and fast forward, and I'm sure there'll be another part where Cinnamon soapbox for a minute where you can catch up.
Yeah, I soapbox. I soapbox like a villain. Monologue like a villain from DC Comics.
It's awesome.
Just cannot help it. So you'll see that I'm getting the lines. I'm merging the lines as I grow my little tree up. And I'm painting it with this nice mid-tone gray. This will allow me to have a darker color on here and a lighter color on here to get my little birch effect. These are real simple birches, and I cannot tell you, seriously, do this on a big canvas, like do a practice one and then do this on a big canvas and hang it over your sofa, and people will freak out. They'll think that you spent thousands and thousands of dollars on art. If you're really smart, you'll do it on a gallery wrap canvas and paint around the edges. You won't even have to frame.
Mm-hmm.
It will look bananas in your home. So what I'm looking is just to make sure that my tree gets thicker. Now, I did 5 trees. I would totally suggest you can have any number of trees you want. Like you could have a tree for every member of your family. It could be secretly symbolic, but it helps to have an odd number. So, but hey, that's the thing that you could do. You could be like 4 trees, each member of your family.
Yeah.
You can always tell personal little stories in art. I'm going to come over a few inches, make a little mark, and I'm going to grow another tree. This tree is going to kind of come over and join his friend. Right? Because he should join his friend. He doesn't want to be alone. They're friends. They're buddies. They grew up next to each other. They drank the same rain and enjoyed the same sun. And they're going to be friends for as long as they're trees. Here in the forest.
And I'm going to say goodbye to Lindsay here. She has to jump off.
Because she's got to do a
She has
bazillion
a
videos.
But she did let me know that tomorrow she has a water lily and watercolor live show at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Ooh, who's going?
I think all of us will go.
Let's all go. Let's all go see Lindsay and her live. What else are you going to do on live? It's all awful. Lindsay's is great.
I like.
It's so nice. All the live art shows are nice.
Yes.
You can safely just wander into those.
Definitely show up to live art shows.
Yeah. Yeah, those are awesome. Safe on the YouTube.
Yes.
So definitely go to Lindsay's and grab your watercolors and paint along. I'll be there.
Cool.
I will be there painting lilies in watercolor. I have watercolors, John.
You do.
I have them.
I think yeah.
I have the student kind, and I have some Winsor & Newtons in the travel pot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have that really cool little one.
Yeah. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to have a little tree here. It's fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out some more black. Pull out some more white. Having a good time. I guess I could have put my little lid on my coffee pot.
You could.
I could, but I'm going to have a sip.
Everybody likes it.
Mm. See, the thing is the square, you get a little drippies. You get the greedy sip drips.
You get sippy proof.
I get the sippy.
And she put the little lid on her cup there.
I did. I had to put the lid on my cup.
So you don't accidentally dippy.
This is the best cup for artists ever. Look.
You take the lid off so they can see in there. Anti-dippy lid.
Because the doctor thinks of these things. Now this tree.
Thank you, Kim. That was Kim, yeah?
Yeah, it was Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
This tree is he's gonna be bigger. This is like daddy tree here. She's like, I was in the forest first. And I grew this way, and then I decided to grow this way, and then I grew up. And I did my thing, and I have tree wisdom up here. I have a very deep imaginative world about what's happening in my paintings. You just do.
Oh, yeah.
You just do. It's a thing that you just accept, that there's even if you're doing fine art, you have the same thing. You just try to make it sound more grown up and cooler.
Can you pull your mic down a little bit?
I can pull my mic down a little bit.
Okay, there you go. That's probably better.
Okay, hopefully that's better. Yeah, I'm just growing him up. He's teaching the other trees all about being trees in the forest. And they learn from him and his deep roots. These trees are protected. And we all need that. That older tree, that wiser tree, to help us grow. That's an important tree. You know? This tree knows stuff.
It does.
Yeah. This tree has super wisdom.
A little community of trees.
In his little community of trees.
That's a cool thing about birch trees. There's just always a whole thicket of them.
Yeah. They have friends. They're social trees.
They're social trees.
Oaks can get all
standoffish.
Yeah, but birches are like, let's hang out in tree club, silent disco.
We'll get together in a grove.
We'll get together in the grove. Let's all grow here. They do that, don't they?
They do.
Aspen trees also. Aspen trees grow in a mob. There's like a bunch of them. There's just certain trees.
Pine trees just grow
everywhere.
Yeah.
You think about the personalities of trees a little bit. You wonder how the other trees feel about certain kinds of trees. I literally think these things when I'm looking at nature.
That's a fun thing to think about.
It is. I enjoy it. I imagine like how the other trees feel about like some particular tree that's growing in like some weird way, or if like some fancy wisteria has gotten out into the woods. Because we'll see that in the South, where some fancy wisteria has somehow ended up in some wild area. So I'm going to come over a good section. This is more than a hand. And I'm going to grow up another little tree. This one's going to be a little smaller. Just growing up. This is fun to do, guys. Just grow up your trees. You just got to remember the rules about skinnier at the top, wider at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. So it's funny. So Mona is apparently allergic to birch trees.
Mona's not painting these then, I take it.
We've done like 2 birch paintings, and I'm sure it's just like, oh, great. That's
Dude,
what I'm
and I was
painting
going to
for the
follow this up with like a realistic birch landscape.
So 3 paintings or 4 paintings Mona's not doing. That's funny.
I mean, is she going to paint? She's not allergic to these birches. These birches have been modified to not bother Mona.
Wow. Sue said that she painted, or she planted 1,250 pine trees this year.
Wow. Okay.
She was saying, John, pine trees have feelings too. I love trees. We planted 1,250 of them this year. So it could be 1,250 just trees in general. Sorry, I wasn't watching the switcher. I was just sort of staggering.
That's just a staggering number of trees, and that's so awesome.
Thank you.
There's
for
that
planting those
lady
trees.
in China that planted a forest and changed an ecology. One of my favorite animations of all time, I don't know if you can find it, is like the best thing you'll ever see is the man who planted trees.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you to Sue Clark, who planted a forest of trees.
Oh, I you know what? I believe Sue would do that. I have talked to Sue some, and it's believable to me that Sue would be like, I think I'm going to go plant 1,200 trees today. And, like, she would just accomplish that. She would just, like, I did it myself.
I think it probably took more than a day.
Probably, yeah. Well, I mean, Johnny Appleseed, real guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she said a variety of a variety of trees, not just pines, but there were pines in there.
There were pines. Trees need it, man. Trees are important to the planet. Let's be grateful for the trees. This guy's going to have a little friend here. Maybe a little sister-daughter tree. Maybe this is a daughter tree.
Maybe it is.
I'm getting a little philosophical about my trees today. But daughter trees happen. You got to love a daughter tree. She's trying to be her own tree. Not be like her mother.
Break out.
Yeah, she's trying to break out of the shadow of her mother.
She's got that short bark.
Oh, having daughters is awesome.
That's so funny. That's
All
really
right.
turning
That's
out.
all it takes to get those trees in.
Yep.
That's it.
5 trees?
5 trees. Now, but again, you could do another number of trees. You could just tree it up. You could have 1 tree.
You could the lone tree.
You could have the lonely birch.
The lonely birch.
We called that one the mighty, but we should have called it the lonely. Weird tree mood today.
It's the
I'm going to get a little detail brush.
there you go.
This is actually filbert, but it's also detail, and I really rather like it.
It's a microfilbert.
It's a micro filbert. And I'm going to get just black paint. And I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to get Nausea Cam
You got
all
it.
really set
Yep,
up.
you got it all really zoomed in there. Good.
Yeah. And I'm going to make a little branch. This little branch is going to reach up. Now, one way you can make this little branch stuff or these types of lines easier is you can do a fluid paint, which is that the paint is, smoother and runs off the brush easier. Some other things that I do is I use very light pressure when I'm making my little branches. And I really like doing it. Right? I'm going to take this guy down, and then maybe he's going to go a little bit across the tree here. Right? Cool stuff. Now we're going to come up here.
We have people from all over the world joining us in channel now. It was just
Oh, really? Where are we all from today?
well, I just did a quick Google Translate, and we had one from Russia, from Moscow. I was like, uh-oh.
I think all I got is Das Vidanya. I don't have enough Russian. I think pretty much.
All of it comes from James Bond films.
No, all of it comes from Dee Dee.
Oh, that's true.
Who is she's actually from where's Dee Dee from again?
I couldn't.
Where all of the history comes from, apparently, and all the maths.
That's right. She has.
From where all the maths comes from. But you might not know this, but all the rocketry and maths come from Russia.
Yeah.
And also the kefir.
but we have a lot of folks from all over the world that were coming in. We had someone come in and comment from Russia, and it was in and I forget how you say the alphabet that they use, but quick Google Translate was like "Hello from Moscow," and I was like, "Cool."
That's so Moscow.
Yeah.
I would very much like to go to. I want to actually get over there. We saw a really cool show, The Long Way Home, which is about
the long way around.
The Long Way Round. If you guys are into motorcycles, who was in that? It was like somebody. It was like some famous actor did that too.
Yeah, it was the English guy who was he was in Star Wars.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. That's
I'm
right.
taking this branch behind this tree.
I can zoom in there. Ooh,
See?
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, maniacal. I'm taking this branch behind the tree. And this creates, even though this is a decorative piece, this creates a layering where this tree is layered. I very much enjoy making these branches. It's a whole thing for me.
Yep. I think they're cool.
So the long way round shows him riding a motorcycle around the earth.
Yeah, he was with a friend of his, and they had a camera guy with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were just jetting around.
And I was like blown away by the whole Soviet bloc, like the landscape, the vistas, the mountains, the streams. It's like really amazing.
Mm-hmm. I've had a chance to work with a lot of guys from Moscow and Russia through the gaming industry.
Have you gotten to go there yet, though?
No, unfortunately not.
I think we need to go.
Yep.
I think we got to go see some art. Right?
Yep.
We got to go to the Hermitage.
Go see some things.
See some things. See some art. I'd like to see an actual like Fabergé something.
Yeah, I think we saw some. I've seen some Canadians and some. It looks like some Ireland. Some people in
Ireland. We got family in Ireland.
Yeah, we want to go back there, check that out.
We love being in Ireland. That was awesome.
Yes.
All right. So see, he's put some branches behind his friend,
Branches.
and that's what you do. Right.
Oh, Janie's saying come to Australia.
I would love that too. I just want to travel.
Yeah, we're down with that.
I want to come places and travel and do art and teach art. I'm up for it.
You have to get your close-up camera. You're just off the screen for me.
Just off the screen?
There you go.
Okay. I mean, to me, that's like, I really like seeing what everybody else has going on. It's fun for me. I mean, I love what I've got here, but I love to see what other people have going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be really, really cool. Plus, I could go visit the Matisse Paint Factory.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, everyone is giving us really good reasons why we should go to their part of the world to check stuff out. You know.
I think that they're probably all correct.
And I think that they're all like, they're just like, what I'm going to say is, I'm in.
I'm in. I also am in.
And we're just, as soon as we can figure out how to ship the Sherpa, we will.
Sherpa shipping. This might be a weird place to put a branch.
Why is it weird?
Well, and then it's visually close to this branch.
Oh.
Just is all it is. But that happens sometimes. You're like, wait, but trees don't necessarily listen to the balance of the universe. They just do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put another little branch right here. Just a little one. Because I like doing this. I just really like painting my branches. This is why this painting completely restored me.
Well, Jenny is feeling like she can't blend, but she is the branch master. She has gotten the branches down.
I like that. It's a badge we need to give out. Branch master.
I think that is. We'll have to add that to the list. Branch master.
Yeah. Get Chuck to draw that up. It's just fun. Now, if you're struggling with your branches, one thing that you can do is, you guys can practice on a scratch piece of paper before you put the paint on your painting.
Mm-hmm. for those of you who are not branch masters.
So I've widened this out down here because I want to make it seem like it has a very strong attachment. It's just fun.
Yes.
I got to get John in here. I need to give him a branch class.
No. I don't think that there's any help for my branches.
I think there is. I believe it. I'm going to make a little, it's not actually whole branch. It's just going to be a little black thing that kind of peeled out there.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. It's fun for me. Why? I don't know. But it is. The branches are just fun for me. So one little trick I do, and hopefully you can really see this here, is I'll kind of round into my trunk, implying that the branch is maybe a little bit to the front. It's just a small touch. This is a decorative painting, but we still can use information that we know accurately about trees to make it a better decorative painting. Right? Super fun stuff. Super fun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this branch could be bigger down here when I come back down to it.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah.
I know it's silly, but I'm going to go back. We're just all hanging out anyways.
Yeah, it's just watching it.
People on the replay are like, no!
More branches. We need more branches. Unlike badges, which we need no more of.
I hope so. There we go. I just wanted to tell a more startling branch story right here.
Mm.
And you might find that sometimes when you're telling branch story, like, I need more branch story here. Go back and tell it. Go back and tell it. Go back and tell it. See, now I've told a bigger story.
Oh.
Tell that story, that branch story. That branch told me a tale. A tale of other branches. Branches growing up in the sky.
So we're probably not going to have a traceable on this one, though, will we?
No, this one won't have a traceable because this really is one that you've got to... This is a good skill you really need. So I'm going to force y'all to work on this skill because it's such a simple, direct way to get here.
Yeah, you gotta...
And the traceable won't actually help you on it, interestingly enough.
No. No, it won't. But if you end up like me, all your trees look like baobaba trees. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce them correctly, but they're the African trees that just look like they're stumps until they have little squiggly branches at the top.
Yeah,
so it's perfect for me to draw because you just draw this big...
They got some of those in India, too. Some trees that do that to you. Where it's like, tree!
Yeah, it's just a log with some leaves at the top.
Now, this branch, or one of these branches, I think is going to go over the other tree.
Yep.
Right? Because these guys are close.
You have to get your close-up on there a little down.
Yeah. And so, but we're not going to paint them all finished out. We're going to do them when we're doing the black. So just trust me. We're going to go like this and say, all right, this branch goes here.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to stop at its fellow tree, her daughter tree. So this way we're kind of creating the symbolism that they're hugging.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They're family trees.
They're family trees.
Friendly trees.
And even though this daughter tree is rebelling, she still loves her mother.
Yes.
I'm not at all talking about my personal life. I have the best daughters in the world, but my eldest is 11 now. So, pray for me. She has so many opinions.
Lovely, lovely 11-year-old opinions.
I'm going to take this tree branch right over the sun here. Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm.
wind it up.
Well, there's an interesting thing. I'm going to congratulate Julie. So she said her daughter graduated with a degree in criminology from Ohio State. And spent
Julie.
4 years in the marching band. So good job on raising that kid.
Yeah, good job, Julie. Good job to your daughter.
Yeah, congratulations on your kid, too.
But you guys know, honey, she's a sweetie pie.
Yeah. We loves her.
She's pretty lovable. See? Little branch just hanging out there. And then maybe we'll take another little one here. It's just, I'm telling you what, this will drop your blood pressure right here.
Yeah.
Branching is like, if you did 20 of these, if you just did like one a day, just did different color combos and we're just handing these out to friends left and right.
Then you too could be a branch master.
You too would be a branch master, but beyond that, you'd be feeling very chill.
Yes. But you'd also be the branch master too.
Yeah.
You have to get your close-up camera.
Okay. Just telling you a twiggly little bit. I love to tell twiggly little bits. And you can get even fuzzier. I'm pretty spark on my twigglies, but you could be like super twiggly. You could just be like to find twigs and, and get all crazy with your twiggles.
So I'm seeing a couple comments in here. Everyone's having a really good time.
I'm so glad they're having fun. I hope it's not like too mellow today. We're kind of having a mellow day.
I know that we may be having a mellow day, but they're having a couple of hoots and a half out there.
Are they?
But I did see amidst the joking, there was a question that I saw. Or
Ooh, a question.
It was a comment on a struggle. So, and I couldn't see who it was, but someone was having some trouble with the paint running as they were doing these.
They're what?
They were having trouble with the paint running as they were doing these little branches. So what?
Too much water in your paint.
What consistency should they be looking for?
Yeah. So, and I'll miss mine. You want it thinner than heavy-bodied, right? Mm-hmm. But and smooth and creamy. I like to say sometimes olive oil.
Okay.
You can I don't know if you can see it right here.
Yeah, we can probably, you can pull it up to there you go. Now, I had a question. If you're painting with a craft paint that's a soft body to begin with, is there anything you can do to help it or is it just...
I would just not add water to it.
No, I just wait for it to dry a little?
Yeah, I would, well, no, I mean, it's like it's already got its body, its viscosity. Don't thin it with water because then you've got a glaze. Those paints can't take thinning.
Okay, so just make sure you don't use anything there.
Yeah, you got to see what I painted earlier. I don't remember.
Oh.
And my brushes are in front of it, mocking me. Yeah, if you've got drips, you have too much liquid of some kind or another in your paint. Mm-hmm. Some artists will actually not use any water at all in their paint. They use gels or mediums. That is slightly pricey, but doable. And it's important, if you're trying to paint something that's going to be archival. You might want to do that if you're really concerned about the longevity of the painting.
And there's another one. How much paint are you loading up on your brush to get these branches to go all the way out to the end, so you don't run out of paint before you brush out your...
Well, that is honestly the benefit of the practice page. But what I do is I generally get around here, and I don't know if I get a little bead or roll. Uh-huh. Can you see that bead or roll?
Yeah, you can see a little ball on the end. It's hard with the black paint, but you can see it.
And that's what I'm looking for. Is I'm trying to get that bead or roll
there you are.
On the end, and that bead or roll dispenses, and then I use my pinky here as a bridge to sort of steady my hand. And my brush stroke is very light. My pressure is very light, and that's how I get those.
Yeah. Now
I'm going to kind of zoom this the other way. And one thing that we're going to do is we're going to take these branches. Now I'm going to wait till the black and white are on. All right. Next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to get a sort of very short bristled bright. It's a square.
Mm-hmm.
Square.
And we're going to...
Who knows what number this one was?
And I'm going to just take a moment. The CAC is going to have to take off today. The CAC was joining us in channel, so we'll say goodbye.
Thank you, CAC. I so appreciate, and I'm sorry I didn't get my announcements out in the first 2 minutes. You may tease me forever about that.
We'll say, so there's your little thank you, love you graphic. Love
Go
you
check
guys.
out what everybody has to do. You could discover your favorite artist who's 1 video up, 2 videos up.
Yep.
And you could be right there on the ground floor.
And there's a lot of great content out there for you to enjoy. So.
There really is. So I've got just white, no water on my brush. So this means I'm going to be doing a dry brush. See if I can really...
Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah. Dry brush. See how that birches it up?
Oh, yeah.
Birching it up. I'm just going to show you the technique and then I'll zoom out.
Show us your brush real quick, how you got it loaded there.
Same bead.
You pull it back out. There it goes. Ah, yes.
Bead.
Very good.
That's the bead of paint. When you're doing a palette knife technique with Bob Ross, you're looking for that same bead.
Good to know.
Yeah, we're just dry brushing this up the tree. Dry brushing that up the tree. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I just painted the camera, by the way, John.
Not the first time.
And I'm going to be doing this all the way up this tree.
If you think you've got paint on it now, wait until we get to the splatter part of the episode.
Oh, I know. And we're going to talk about splatter brushes. I wish I had a demo canvas for that. But we're going to talk about the splatter brush. I guess I need to do that on a brush episode.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll notice that I'm not going completely across the tree. Right? That's not happening.
Oh,
And then
wait, go on. Get your close-up camera.
I'm starting back down at this tree and I'm going to go all the way up it. Don't skip ahead and hit these trees yet, because we're going to change it up over there. Because even when we're doing decorative art, and what I mean by decorative is this isn't art to make you question the nature of humanity on the planet,
Mm-hmm.
or to, ring a bell inside you so deep that you have to redefine yourself. This is art that you can look at and feel better about your world. It goes in your home. It goes in your life. You live with it. Sometimes there's a negative attitude towards art that's intended to be decorative, but honestly, it has the highest purpose or calling of all art,
Mm-hmm.
because it's intended to live with people.
Make you feel better.
Yeah. You don't just visit it in a museum. It doesn't belong to an elite group of people who can afford a $125 million painting. It belongs to everybody to reflect the beauty of their world. And sometimes that's referred to as kitsch. But again, kitsch has the highest purpose. It's meant to live with people in their homes.
Well, I have to say that I have some of the greatest things that have been shared with me is when I get to see people who have painted paintings and hung them in their homes.
Oh, that's so awesome,
and we
isn't it?
get to hear the stories. And I mean, like, this is one that we personally experienced firsthand. because when we moved back from Canada, we didn't have a lot of stuff to put, to hang on the walls.
It was bad.
And Cinnamon just painted. And we went from having bare white walls to having paintings everywhere. And it made such a difference. It really did change our attitude, our kids' attitude, our lives. I mean, it really sort of started all this journey too.
Yeah,
So-
it really did. And we were in a bad space.
Yeah.
So we understand what it is to be in a bad space. It was a bad space.
Yeah.
And that artwork definitely was that first bell that helped ring it out. Putting a beautiful painting on your wall, putting a beautiful painting in your kid's room, it creates a sense of optimism. And optimism is a precious, precious thing.
And your kids will fight over these. Just they will. They want them. They're going to want them on their walls.
It's crazy, but they do.
And-
Because they know that art is a love language. So they'll always ask, is that for me?
Yeah. And
They'll always ask, I'm going to come do this one, and I'm going to change sides. So I was on the left-hand side, but now I'm going to be on the right-hand side of my tree.
That's really cool. I like it. Yeah. I like how that the dry brushing really does make that birchy effect.
It does. It just is effortless birch. I don't have a makeup tip to do a quick up ponytail, but I can show you how to make an effortless birch.
That's great. So nice. It's so calming seeing all of them go in there.
Isn't that fun?
Yep. So after this, we're going to put in some more little eyes on the tree.
And then we come back with the black, and that's literally all and snow.
Well,
It's
of
the
course.
black eyes and then snow, and that's all there is.
We can't have you ending a paint show without you making a mess in the studio.
Yeah, what would it be
What would
without
it
the
be?
mess? I wonder who's excited about Saturdays. Anyone excited to see if I can paint something with that whimsical creation kit?
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
That
I'm
was
excited
not
about that.
sponsored. We bought that kit.
What? This was self-inflicted.
Yeah, we did this to ourselves. But then we can say
Yes.
whatever we feel too.
Well, you do anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's just.
I have sent back product to people or said no, I can't do something on this. It doesn't work right.
That's true.
Been like, it may be why I'm not sponsored. I'm not willing to make something up over it.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell you what we think, guys. If we like the stuff, we'll tell you. If we don't like it, you won't hear about it.
You won't hear about it. Yeah, we just don't make the video.
Yeah. We just we got lots of good stuff to use and share. We'll make sure you get the message on that stuff.
Look at that. Just making these easy birches. Easy birches.
Easy birches. They were supposed to.
What?
They're really awesome there, in that night light, that glow. I think that's so cool.
they?
I'm a fond of the blue and yellow, so
Yeah.
I think is also that lights up my little eye receptors.
It's super fun stuff. And you can go further. You could come the other side with another shade of gray and blend into it.
Mm-hmm.
And really get a birch that pops. It's like crazy.
Now, could you use a palette knife to do this?
You could so easily do a palette knife to do this.
Mm.
I don't know if I have a good size here. Close-up camera on it?
Yeah, it is, but you'll have to do a better. Oh yeah, you can see it. You have to close up even closer. That's cool though. You can see it. I'm like,
Can you see it?
I want to see more. Zoom in.
All right. Well, all right. I'll zoom in and do this one.
Keep going.
This is not a palette knife painting. All I'm saying is I'm using this knife. I'm pulling a bead.
I want to see it though.
See the bead? I'm going to show you the bead.
Okay.
Here's the bead. Bead
Okay.
of paint. So I'm going to come right here.
Okay, I'm gonna go control the camera because I'm gonna let her do this one. Then I'm gonna zoom in again.
Okay, you're going to come.
Go ahead and load it up.
I'm still unloading it.
Oh, you still have unloading it.
Just having fun now. Now you started it with the palette knives. Now I go,
Okay.
goodness gracious.
One more time. Go over to load it up.
Okay, I'm going to load it up. Are you going to come over and
I'm
do
gonna come
something?
over and adjust the camera.
Bead.
Okay, you got the.
Come
bead?
adjust the camera.
Hold on.
Are we all just enjoying the palette knife for some reason? Yes, we're not really. Yeah. Right here. Okay. Okay. Thank you, director. See, that's what it does.
That's cool.
It's cool. Now I feel like I need to use it up.
Now we'll do some palette knife video stuff later, but I just they were asking, so I wanted to. Okay, what about a credit card? Could you do that with a credit card?
Yeah.
Any flexible?
I think Angela Anderson proved you can do that with a credit card.
Oh yeah.
She's like, you can paint a whole tree with a sponge and a credit card.
Oh yeah. That's true. Okay, you can adjust your close-up camera back to where you would like it now, because I've come in even closer.
They can see it.
Oh yeah.
That's what it looks like. Now you know. Now you know.
So like, there's a lot of ideas coming in, like a cake knife, or I guess pretty much any straight edge that you
Yeah,
can.
it's got to have a fair. It needs not to be flimsy. It's got to have a good edge. It has to have an edge you can have control over. Look, you can paint with a stick.
Mm-hmm. As
some artists do.
As some of our artists have proven. Our artists have come in with sticks and Q-tips.
Sticks and Q-tips.
And I swear I keep that cat bat image loaded up over there in my.
It's a screensaver on his computer. I'm very happy to say that we got some paint to Crystal, and I so appreciate so many of you offering to, get paint to her and help her out, and that was super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Ivan thinks that the best use of a credit card is to make trees. So.
I think Ivan is probably totally correct. I think credit is maybe one of the greatest evils out there. Not to start a conversation, but just a feeling that I have.
Einstein agreed.
Einstein agreed. All right, there you go. Ooh, the lights today, John.
The lights, are they bright on you?
They're hot today.
Are they?
I feel like I'm in an oven. Just like the painting is the opposite temperature of the room. I think the only thing that's keeping me cool is this painting.
Well, I'll see what I can do about that.
You guys practice up your skills, because February, we're going to get real with y'all. It's going to get intense. So when I have that in, now I'm just going to show you another thing that you could do. You could sit there and get another kind of level of your gray. Maybe a little deeper, darker, if you wanted to. See where this is at on its up close. Can you switch up close? Okay, so I'll show up here. And then I could also come across here. Just to birch it up even more if you wanted to.
To uber birch it?
To uber birch it.
Ooh, actually, that is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't tell you to do the extra stuff unless it was like...
Can you zoom in even closer? Because that's like...
The uber birch?
Yeah, I want to see some...
Alright, so here's the thing you can do.
Oh, yeah.
You just mix a slightly darker gray than the base tree gray. And you can uber birch.
Makes that accent shadow.
Yeah.
That's so nice. And it gives the illusion of the light casting off the other side of the tree.
Yeah, it just does. Like, I'm real quick going to throw in the uber birch. I didn't do it on the first one, but I'm just like... I was like, would they want to know about the uber birch? Maybe.
I think so.
So I just throw this in just real quick. Just real fast, if you guys don't mind. I'm so past the 3-minute recommended length of video. It doesn't even really matter, does it?
Nope.
So that's something that you can do. See how it uber birches it?
It does.
It uber birches the birch.
We gotta continue that.
You think so?
Yeah.
John likes it when I take these extra steps.
I'll go flip on the AC.
Where we don't, we're a little more involved than what you get in a sip and paint for sure. Because we can go at our own pace, and I think that's really nice. See, the uber birch. Whew. The uber birch is a lot of fun. Hopefully, I think he's left me on some other setting. It's just a shade, and also that next layer. Like if your trees were looking a little thin, this just gives it that finished look. You know, it just gives you a more finished, more complete tree look. More birchy.
More birchy.
Birchy. You upping your birch. And honestly, like we were talking about how sometimes art is like a magic trick. John and I were talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, you know, most channels are about the magic trick of the art being created. But on our YouTube channel, it's when you have that moment.
Oh, yeah.
That you were like, I just painted that tree and it looks awesome. That's the magic moment we're looking for. Whoa, I just went black.
Right.
Not that would have been bad, because there's a lot
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
You know, you pick up a little too much black paint. Just ubering the birch. Uber birch. Now, and you guys are going to quote me back later. I love that how you guys were like, judgy chicken. This chicken is so judgy.
Oh, you got off the zoom, the close-up.
Did I?
It's okay.
Judgy chicken.
Judgy chicken was awesome.
And everyone's like, here's my judgment rooster. I'm like, I need to do more chicken. You guys have no idea what's planned for you. Now that we're uploading so much, I can actually get to all the stuff I want to do.
Yep.
Which makes me super happy.
My work schedule is a little slower now. I push a lot more buttons back here.
Yeah, but it's very intense what you do. What John does, guys, it's really hard.
I have 4 buttons that I'm responsible for.
There's a lot more than 4 buttons happening out there. That feed getting it out is just like, woohoo! Just a little bit of the uber birch. Birch it up, birch it up, birch it up. Just a nice touch that you can do. You can, once you learn this technique, could you do a vertical? Yes, you could. Could you do this all in reds and golds? Yes, you could. Could you do it in purples? Yes, you could. You could have any number of trees. Once you understand this process, you can do this all day.
You have to hit your close up there. Oh, no, you're back on it.
Okay.
You were all over the place earlier, and then you went back to it.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, no, I don't mind.
That's
I
what you're
don't
meant
mind
to.
yelling at you as much as you want to
don't
wander off the camera.
I'm so abused. No, I'm fine.
So
How do we like that?
Someone was asking, they were confused as if this was snow. On why is there snow on one side of the trees and not on the other?
This isn't snow. Cedars have a really white bark.
Yeah, they have a very reflective bark. So especially if, like, in the forest at night, the moon glow off of them really makes them shine like that.
Yeah, it's what is sort of signaturely their thing. And when I put the black little eye spots on there, you'll be like, oh, totally cedars. Snow falling. Not cedars, birches.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got my little brush back, my detailer. I'm going to come back over to my corner here.
I would say Ivan would just shared
Hi,
this.
Ivan.
He went to the store the other day and saw a holiday painting that he wanted but couldn't afford, went home and painted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Bam, Ivan. Bam.
Do it! Go home and paint a painting!
Well, I mean, art is great if you can afford it. I've got friends that collect. It's the Glassell Art Show tonight, open exhibit. You have to be by invite only to come by the students' work. Now I'm gonna, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an outline. I'm gonna do a black line on this side of the birch.
Okay.
All the way up. Just a little black line.
Okay, put it close up if you're going to keep going up there.
Well, I mean, do you need to see the close up the whole way up?
Oh, well, it depends. They would like to. I don't mind.
Well, they can have whatever they want.
Yeah, it's just it's nice to see the after your hand moves, then they can see that black line to have a good understanding of what they're shooting for.
Why would you bother? Yeah. And also, why would you bother? Why would you bother this black line? Why would you even care that you did it?
See, it really makes that stand off.
It's important for later.
Yeah.
These little touches are what says this is art. This piece is considered and loved and was created with care. It's not really about how perfectly you paint something. It is about the care, intention, and thought that you put into it. And it always translates. It always shows.
Oh, yeah. These layers are so amazing as they build up.
See, it just, woo, does that.
You know, and I have to say, after being in a house filled with Cinnamon's paintings, you know, the love does translate out of them.
You have to live with the swimming horses.
Well, there's a lot, I like all of them. I like all the paintings. I feel very blessed to have all of them around. So,
So, see, I've layered that branch over the top of the friend here,
oh yeah, a little friendly branch
the mommy branch.
saying, "Don't go out too fast. It's after 10."
Yes, that is exactly what mommy branch is saying. You need to be able to come home in 30 minutes when we say come home in 30 minutes. I need to not be walking the streets looking for you.
Some mommy Birch subtext there.
There is some mommy birch subtext. All right, see, I pulled that over. So we work. That just creates a little layering, doesn't it?
It does.
And it also creates a little story
Of a defiant young birch.
of a defiant young birch. But she's a strong birch, and we're proud of her, and she's going to be something special. The love you have for your kids is crazy love.
It is.
It's insane.
I love how the little those lines just bring it all together.
They
Just
do.
snap it all together.
They say this is a birch.
So Julie has some family coming in from Malaysia that they all want to go to a painting party. So I would love to. She has to send pictures of whatever they do. So I'd love to see that.
Oh, she should just host from home.
Oh yeah, just YouTube has a bunch of them. You can go check out our channel. We have a few. So there's a question that's been going up in channel that I have been quietly avoiding.
What is it?
They're asking how old we are.
Oh, are you avoiding that? Do you care?
I don't.
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what? Like, what would the point of that secret be?
I guess I don't know. I'm not one to volunteer.
I mean, you know, so the only person I could be like, you know, perpetrating on is you.
So I was born 12/31/1975, and you were born 7/1/70.
Yep. Why are you making them do math?
Well, because in
You realize you're like requiring them to do math. You're like, do some math.
because while it's in context for our live viewers, the information would be accurate this moment. Our return viewers would have to do the math anyway.
Oh, that's right.
So rather than making them do double math of going, well, when did this get released?
I always
Count
forget to
backwards.
think about the fact that this is going on. Now, one of the things when I get up to the top,
Mm-hmm.
I make smaller. My little marks get smaller. Just a thing that happens. It's a thing that I do. And I'm misting my paint not because you at home have to mist your paint. I'm misting my paint because we got lights on that are crazy hot.
They're not crazy hot. You just have a lot of them that are mildly warm, which makes for a crazy hot room.
I'm in an easy bake oven. Do not be kidding yourself. Sherpa's getting browned. That would be if we ever built a studio, that would be one of the things that I was like really, really determined to have addressed.
I don't know if you've noticed, we had it cooling off in here though.
I am noticing actually, like the back of my head is starting to feel like a lot better. See, just putting that up there.
That looks pretty
Birch.
hit to pull your close up so we can see a more wide shot of the zoom in. Oh, up. Oh, look at that.
Go in here. Now we're gonna first go the other way.
Okay.
We're gonna first do the same thing. We're gonna do our black outline on this side of the canvas.
I just, that shot right there, but before you go in any further, you can really see the difference when you add those details to the right side.
It's just awesomeness. Just awesomeness. Totally worth doing. Painting on a Thursday at noon.
So this year, for my birthday, we're going to be painting live here, won't we?
Yep.
So
that's how John has to celebrate. He has to celebrate with you guys live for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, because normally having a New Year's Eve birthday, and
so stressful.
I've talked to a couple other people who are, they've fallen around the holiday. The only one that I think I've met that's had more tragic than me is one who's actually was on Christmas.
Yeah.
But those birthdays tend to get swept away in the madness of the holiday. So this year, instead of trying to fight that current, we just decided that we're going to celebrate it with everybody who we thought would be looking for someone to celebrate with, our community. So we're just going to broadcast and try to celebrate New Year's with as many people as we can.
Yep.
I thought that'd be pretty fun.
And your birthday, we'll do cake and everything. We will not dip it in glitter.
No. Well, it might have some glitter.
Yeah, we got a really good recipe for glitter cake, so that might actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
That was viewer submitted, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a viewer share.
That was a viewer share, and we appreciate those. I love the shares. I am loving everything I'm seeing coming into the Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram. It's very, very cool. Very, 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 very cool. And one of the things that we're real committed to, just so you know, we're going to keep doing this thing where we alternate between very, beginning, the starting of your art journey to more advanced content, more advanced paintings. We're going to keep breaking it up. February, we're going to take you on a journey.
Yep.
You're going to be like, what is this? The broadcast will be long.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's asking what we're going to do on New Year's, so we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, John probably will demand glitter.
No, I'm not demanding anything. We're just going to see. I think what we'll do is we'll find out what people are interested in as we get closer, and maybe we'll do. We're probably going to do a couple things that day, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a day.
Yeah, we wanted to start out so we could catch it for our European fans and viewers and community out there. And then everyone thinks that I'm going to have to paint on my birthday. So we'll see.
Yeah, there's no one to run. No one else knows how to turn that. We literally can't get him out behind the booth. We need an intern.
Well, a couple would help.
Yeah.
But it's I have to push buttons, so makes it more difficult for me to go out and paint.
But he'll come out for the birthday cake and everything and sing with you guys.
Yeah. Black light glitter butterflies. Yes, I think that's coming anyway.
Yeah, and then that's happening. The black light glitter butterflies. And then I was thinking New Year's Eve might be really good for finally doing a wine or a champagne paint where we paint the wine and glass and.
Possibly, yeah.
You're not feeling it?
No, maybe. I'm just saying that's pretty good.
It's your birthday.
We could do the D&D theme stuff. We could get the dragon.
The dragon. Oh, a New Year's dragon's actually really good.
Yeah.
Because that would be a long one.
We could do the dragon. We could
do a really, really long, big dragon. You want to do, a big dragon?
That could be kind of cool.
Because that's a marathon as it is.
Yeah. That actually could be really neat. We could do a long painting, dragon painting for the D&D room that we're going to someday have again.
So I'm just doing this. Just dabbing. At the branches, I pull them out. It's not hard. It's pretty simple stuff. The snow, believe it or not, really makes it. And I have feelings on these splatter brushes I'm going to talk about. Splatter brushes. So many feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what would you think about, I have to say like a 40 by 60.
40 by 60 dragon?
Yeah.
Where are we going to hang it?
I don't know. Just like
I'll paint it, but where are you going to hang it?
dragon. I don't know. Well, yeah.
Because you don't sell them. It belongs to the community, so then we have to store it.
But see, it has to be big enough so that when we bring it somewhere,
It's like boom.
like the boom glitter dragon.
Oh, are we glittering the 40 by 60 dragon too?
I don't know. We had talked earlier about glittering the dragon, so I wasn't sure. Although I could see just a regular straight red dragon, but
Yeah, I was gonna do like a. I don't mind doing a 4860 painting. We would be here all day. Could you guys hang for the day? I don't know. It's a lot.
we would take breaks for New Year's countdowns on the hour.
Well, we have the break video.
We have that.
So, this is what I have. My mom sent me. I've been talking about the splatter brush, and I have tried the flicking and I've tried the whacking. And the thing is it does do a very interesting splatter, but it's a sort of stringy splatter. It's not a spot splatter, and there just isn't a good way to get this to embark in a spot so far that I've run into. So I'm back to my very favorite, wholly abused splatter brush.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this a little bit wet. I'm going to get just white paint. I'm going to load it up. This is a little noisy, and yeah, it's a little messy. And if you have kids or beautiful granite or a lovely home, please do it outside.
Cameras surrounding you.
Could be that too. All right, so I'm going to make the tea. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Snow on cedars. It can snow as much or as little as you like. You need more snow? Get more snow. You might need a little more water for your snow.
So what consistency are you looking for there?
This is one dude tested out. It's thinned in the brush.
Oh, okay.
It's thin in the brush. Get too much water, you're going to get a splat like I did at the beginning.
So definitely test this.
I have a lot of doing this, so I kind of know, but yeah, test. Is it worth doing? I think so. I feel like it is. I feel like it's totally worth doing. Is it hard on your brush? Oh my gosh, yes, it's hard on your brush.
Which is why you need some abused brushes to work with.
But I want a snowy day, so I'm snowing it up. Snowed.
Drop the brush.
Yeah, I'll drop this one because it doesn't have any paint. Snow.
So we did it.
Falling on birch trees. Totally
done.
Totally done. Look at you. You did it. You painted this. Go hang it up on your wall. Your friends will be like, oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Can you paint me one? I really have a blank wall. We love you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. We hope to see you really, 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 really soon.
Bye-bye, guys.
Are we doing Q&A?
Yeah, I tell you what, we will. We'll jump over. Do you want to try to do a Q&A?
I don't mind doing a Q&A.
Okay, we'll jump over and do a Q&A. So just after this, we'll go live on demand real quick. So for you guys just to hang in there, we'll roll it on to live. And remember, this lovely video was for the CAC. If you are a creator out there and you're interested in joining, go sign up. If you're a community member, you want to go view stuff, go view it. Cinnamon?
I love you guys. Just keep painting. I'm going to see you in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Bye-bye.
Bye.